Ukrainian forces continued their advance against the Russian military in the southern Kherson region Tuesday, pushed back Russian mercenaries from Bakhmut in eastern Donetsk, and gained new momentum in Luhansk, where they seized a key highway between the towns of Kremenna and Svatov. On a day of heavy fighting and fast-moving developments across multiple combat zones, the Ukrainians appeared to extend their recent successes in recapturing occupied territories and pushing Moscow's troops into retreat in areas that President Vladimir Putin has claimed now belong to Russia. Away from the battlefield, the Kremlin continued to push a claim, asserted repeatedly without evidence, that Kyiv was preparing to use a dirty bomb, a weapon that combines conventional explosives with radioactive material, an accusation that was dismissed by the United States and other Western nations. U.S. officials said that Moscow's allegations raised a risk that Russia itself was planning to carry out a radiation attack, potentially as a pretext to justify further escalation of the war amid its continuing territorial setbacks. In a statement Tuesday, Ukraine's nuclear energy operator, Energodom, issued a similar warning, citing the Russian military's control over the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant in Enerhodar. Energodom assumes that such actions of the occupiers may indicate that they are preparing a terrorist act using nuclear materials and radioactive waste stored at the ZNPP site, the statement said. The renewed fears of some kind of radiation attack added to the ominous sense that Putin's war in Ukraine is growing even more deadly and dangerous as each side seeks to redraw facts on the ground before winter. Ukraine has been pushing hard for further territorial gains, while Russia this month began a relentless bombing campaign against Ukraine's energy system, using missiles and attack drones in an apparent bid to plunge the country into cold and darkness, and potentially compensate for battlefield losses. As Ukraine continued to make gains, pro-Kremlin military bloggers and analysts confirmed new setbacks for Russia's forces Tuesday, including in Luhansk, the easternmost occupied region of Ukraine, where Russia has had its firmest grip. The Ukrainian Army has resumed its counter-offensive in the Luhansk direction, the pro-Russian Wargonzo project said in its daily military update, adding that Ukrainian forces took control of a key highway between the Luhansk towns of Svatov and Kremenna. The Russian artillery is actively working on the left bank of Zherebets River and is trying to stop the transfer of reinforcements to the enemy, but the situation is very difficult, Wargonzo said. In the Donetsk region, the Wagner paramilitary force, controlled by St. Petersburg businessman Yevgeny Prigozhin, appeared to be getting pushed back from Bakhmut, where the mercenaries had spent weeks pummeling the city but making small gains. Military experts said there was little strategic value in seizing Bakhmut, but Prigozhin seems to see a chance to claim a political prize, while regular Russian military units lose ground in other combat zones. Ukrainian forces have recaptured a concrete factory on Bakhmut's eastern outskirts, the Washington-based Institute for the Study of War reported Monday. On Sunday, Prigozhin acknowledged the slow pace of Wagner's effort, saying the mercenaries were gaining only 100–200 meters a day. Our units are constantly meeting with the most fierce enemy resistance, and I note that the enemy is well prepared, motivated, and works confidently and harmoniously, Prigozhin said in a statement published by his catering company's press service. This does not prevent our fighters from moving forward, but I cannot comment on how long it will take.